The sun was shining brightly on the morning of June 3rd, 2025. A local T25 tournament was underway, bringing excitement to the community. Today's match was a particularly anticipated one. The teams playing were Rising Stars Royapuram and Friendz 11. The supporters of both teams started to gather early. They carried flags and wore team colors. The energy around the ground was building up nicely, creating a wonderful buzz even before the first ball was bowled. The match was held at the popular city ground. The pitch looked good for batting. The outfield was green and fast. The weather was warm, but there was a gentle breeze. All conditions were set for an entertaining T25 encounter. The captains walked out for the toss. The captain of Friendz 11 won the toss. He decided that his team would bat first. Rising Stars Royapuram were ready to field. The umpires walked out, followed by the fielders of Rising Stars Royapuram. Then, the opening batsmen for Friendz 11 made their way to the crease. The crowd cheered loudly. The T25 thriller was about to begin. Friendz 11 started their innings. The opening batsmen looked to be positive. The bowlers from Rising Stars Royapuram were also sharp. Scoring runs was not very easy in the first few overs. An early wicket fell for Friendz 11. This brought a new batsman to the crease. It was Selva. He walked in with his team needing some stability and quick runs. There was a bit of pressure on Selva. The crowd watched him closely. They knew Selva was a talented player. He took his guard and looked at the field. Selva seemed calm. He focused on the bowler. Selva started his innings carefully. He did not try to hit big shots straight away. He took a few singles to get off the mark. After a few overs of careful batting, Selva began to show his class. He played a beautiful drive through the covers. The ball raced to the boundary for 4 runs. He was looking more confident now. It seemed like Selva was ready to play a significant innings for his team. Selva really started to open up his shoulders. He was looking for opportunities to score runs. The bowlers from Rising Stars Royapuram tried different tactics, but Selva seemed to have an answer for most of them. His ability to find gaps in the field was particularly impressive. The scoreboard for Friendz 11 started to move at a much quicker pace now, thanks to his efforts. His final score was a dazzling 44 runs. He scored these runs from just 31 balls. This quick scoring put pressure on the fielding team. His innings was full of attacking shots. The crowd was thoroughly enjoying his batting display. During his knock of 44, Selva hit 6 boundaries. Each boundary was a treat to watch. He picked the lengths of the balls very well. These 6 boundaries came all around the wicket. And then there was the sixer. This was the highlight of his innings for many in the crowd. He hit the ball very hard and very high. It sailed over the boundary rope for a maximum. The crowd erupted in cheers. This single shot showed the confidence with which Selva was batting. Scoring a 6 is always special, and this one was particularly memorable for its sheer power and the excitement it generated. Section 4. Mastering the Craft, Selva's Batting Artistry. Selva's batting style was a joy to behold. He looked very comfortable at the crease. He played with elegance and purpose. His stance was balanced, and his head was still. He watched the ball closely. He wasn't just a power hitter. He constructed his innings thoughtfully. His footwork was key to his success. He moved forward to drive the ball, and went back to cut or pull short deliveries. This allowed him to get into good positions. Selva used the crease depth well, sometimes stepping out to meet the ball, other times staying back to play late. He played several memorable shots. A graceful cover drive raced to the boundary. He played strong square cuts and powerful pull shots on the leg side. Selva was good at rotating the strike. Mixing aggression with sensible run scoring made his innings valuable. Section 5. A risk too many, the reverse sweep and its cost. Selva was batting with such fluency. Friendz 11 were building a good total, largely thanks to his efforts. He had reached 44 runs and was looking set to score a half-century, maybe even more. The Rising Stars Royapuram bowlers and fielders were under pressure. They were desperately searching for a way to dismiss him. A wicket at that stage could change the course of the innings. The crowd was fully behind Selva, hoping he would continue his entertaining knock. In T20 and T25 cricket, batsmen often try innovative shots. One such shot is the reverse sweep. It involves changing your grip and stance to hit the ball to the unconventional side of the field. Selva decided to attempt this audacious shot. Perhaps he saw a gap in the field. Or maybe he wanted to continue his aggressive approach. It was a high-risk, high-reward option. However, this time the reverse sweep did not work out for Selva. He went for the shot, but he could not execute it perfectly. The ball either struck his pads in front of the wicket, or it went up in the air for an easy catch, or it disturbed his stumps. His brilliant innings of 44 came to an end. While his innings was fantastic, the way it ended showed the unpredictable nature of cricket, especially with such daring shots. Section 6. The final whistle. Scores, results and lasting impressions. After Selva's dismissal, Friendz 11 tried to build on his foundation. They aimed for a challenging score for rising stars Royapuram. Some hit boundaries, others took singles. The momentum was hard to maintain. Royapuram bowlers bowled well. Friendz 11 scored 158 for 8. Selva's 44 was the highest score. The team hoped 158 would be enough. Royapuram started their chase. Friendz 11 bowlers kept it tight. The match was interestingly poised. Royapuram seemed to be cruising. Friendz 11 picked up wickets. The crowd was on edge. Every run and wicket was cheered. Royapuram chased down the target. Selva's performance was appreciated. The crowd enjoyed a wonderful day of cricket. Selva's innings was a highlight.